They say unplanned trips are best, but sometimes these unplanned trips can be very bothersome. I remember last time I was in Istanbul, I was very tired, couldn't enjoy that much. The city is cultural and architectural marvel, has a lot to offer. I want to enjoy my trip this time. That's exactly what I was actually thinking while I was sitting on a plane on my way to Istanbul, the city that connects Europe with Asia. So, if you are planning to visit Istanbul in near future, let's spare some time and plan our trip. Hey guys, my name is Kay. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about how to plan your trip if you are planning to visit Istanbul. Before that, if you are seeing my channel for the first time, please subscribe my channel and hit the like button, as it will encourage me to bring more informative stuff for you people. Now, in order to give you a better understanding of whole of the city itself, I have opened Google Maps. Now, you can see on the right side over here, we have Asian side, and on the left side, we have European side of the city. The city is basically separated by the sea itself, which is called as area of Bosphorus. Bosphorus Strip basically separates Asian from the European side, and it connects Black Sea with the Sea of Marmara. Now over here, it is very important to know that this strip of Bosphorus is very important trade route between the Black Sea and the Sea of Marmara. The city of Istanbul has two major airports. One of them is in Asian side and is called as Sabiha Gökçen. Pardon me if I'm saying the name wrong. The other one is the new one, which is on the European side, and it is called as Istanbul International Airport. Okay, so now we are going to review some of the major areas of the city. I'm going to give you a review of about living areas of the city, how cheap they are, and the way to live if you're planning to travel to Istanbul. Now, first of all, this area over here is called Fateh. You can call it heart of the city. It contains one of the major attractions of the city. I have highlighted them in the form of the heart. You can see most of the attractions, tourist attractions, are in the Fateh area or nearby its vicinity. This area contains one of the major cultural and heritage sites, including Blue Mosque, Hagia Sophia, Topkapi Palace, as well as Grand Bazaar and Spice Bazaar. I will give you a review about these places in a short while. Now, moving a bit up in the European side, this area is known as the area of Beyoğlu. This is also a very beautiful and important area containing Galata Tower, Istiklal Street and Taksim Square. This area contains a lot of restaurants and shops, especially in the area of Istiklal Street. Further up towards Bosphorus and towards the Black Sea is the area of Beşiktaş. Now coming towards the Asian side, here is the area of Kadıköy. Again, one of the very beautiful areas and one of my favorite places. It is also rich with the food markets and restaurants. One of the things regarding Beşiktaş that I just told you about, it is one of the central district in the European side, and it's very famous for its nightlife. Now, coming to the question about where you want to live during your trip to the Istanbul. Well, it depends from person to person, to be honest. It actually depends if you're traveling alone, or it depends if you're traveling as a couple. It also depends on your finances and the type of experience that you want from the city itself. Fatih and Sultanahmet area is one of the centers of the city. It contains more of the cultural and heritage sites, and it is flooded with the tourists almost all the times. It has a lot of restaurants, hotels, cafes, a lot of shopping sites as well, and a lot of places to live as well. But like a lot of tourist sites, it is expensive as well. In fact, the most expensive area to live in Istanbul is basically the Fatih area, especially nearby Sultanahmet. But on the other hand, it also gives you a beautiful experience as well. It gives you beautiful views of the city, and from here everything is just like on walking distance. If you decide to live near Taksim Square or in the area of Bayoglu, it's a bit cheaper than Fateh area, but at the same time it's a bit busier as well and a bit noisy as well. If you decide to get a hotel or an apartment towards the Asian side, now this area is much cheaper than the Fateh area and the Taksim areas. You might get a nice apartment over here in a much cheaper price than the Fateh, but it will be hard for you to travel from this side to the other side, especially as a tourist and if you don't know the city itself. But again, if you know city and you know how to travel from one area to another, or you are traveling alone, it can be a better choice to live on the Asian side in a much lower cost. Anyhow, if you're planning to travel to Istanbul, I suggest you have a look at different options and decide accordingly. Now let's have a look at the sites which are must visit in Istanbul. And for that, to explain this, I'm going to take the help of Google Maps. As you can see over here, I have highlighted some of the major tourist attractions, and most of them are concentrated in one of the regions, mostly in Sultanahmet and nearby areas. Well, apart from them, the city has actually much more to offer, but these are a few things which are actually must visit. First of all, coming to the Sultanahmet area. This area contains three very important landmarks at just a walking distance. The Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque are just like facing each other, and Topkapi Palace is also on the back of Hagia Sophia. Like we can see over here, here is the Hagia Sophia, which has been highlighted over here. Just on the back of it, there is Topkapi Palace, and in the front of it is the Blue Mosque. Also, there's another landmark which is called as Basilica Cistern, which is also very near to them. This area over here is Grand Bazaar. It's one of the biggest bazaars in this area. Again, this is very expensive as well, but it is worth visiting and worth seeing. On the opposite side, it is called as Egyptian Bazaar, or it's also called as Spice Bazaar. It is also worth visiting as a tourist. Now, if we cross the bridge further up into the European side, one of the very important and famous landmarks is called as Glata Tower. It is open and you can actually visit it. It is one of the sites where you can have a full view of the city, and it is just tremendous. Taksim Square and Istiklal Street are also very near to Glata Tower. So if you visit Glata Tower the same day, you can also visit Taksim Square and Istiklal Street as well. Now, this is one of my favorite places. This is Torno Palace, and oh my god, it is one of the beautiful buildings I have ever seen. It is so beautiful. I would recommend you to visit this place at least once. Now, if we leave the old city and come towards the Marmara side, there are a group of islands. You will have to take the cruise to visit these islands, but I would recommend you to visit these islands as well, because they are very beautiful, and the nature is preserved over here and very calm, cool. They provide a very good experience as well. Apart from these, there are many other things to do in Istanbul, especially the Turkish nights, the Bosphorus dinner cruise. It was a lovely experience as well. And one of the best experiences is actually visiting the old streets and walking on those old streets and meeting with local people. It gives you a lovely experience. So, just to summarize everything, apart from these places that I've just told you, you can experience your own things, try to discover new things. There is always something new going on in the city. There are always some new opportunities to discover actually, and try to discover those things. Google things around you, or you can ask some local people over there as well, and they can actually guide you to experience something very new. And now, what to expect from beautiful city of Istanbul? I have gathered a few shots for you. And if you like my effort, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Peace.